Hey friends, it's me Tyler and welcome back to After the Run. Or welcome back for some of you, welcome to the channel for most of you because this is kind of a reboot of this channel. I started it 5 years ago when I was on a 100-pound weight loss journey. I accomplished that goal. I lost 100 pounds in a year. Then that weight came back, most of it. And so we're resetting, we're starting over, we're gonna lose some weight and I wanna bring you along for the journey. And so welcome to the channel After the Run. Why is it called After the Run? Well, that's because I am a runner. At least I enjoy running and I get a lot of ideas when I'm running. When I'm done running, I talk to you about those ideas. I'm also listening to podcasts, I'm reading books, I'm learning things about health and fitness. And so that's where it all accumulates is while I'm running, and then I share what I learned with you. Now, in this reboot version of After the Run, there are going to be two kinds of content. On Saturdays, I'm going to do a weekly report and goal setting for the next week. So you can join me for my weight loss journey. You can offer suggestions, you can ask questions, and those episodes will be relatively short where I kind of just go over my results and my goals. Then on Monday, I'm going to share with you the big lesson I learned in the previous week that's going to help me with my weight loss goals. And so we're going to focus on one particular aspect of health and fitness. My goal for this year, let me just start. So this is my first accountability post. This is my week 1 report. And we need to start by kind of establishing the baseline. Right now I weigh 281 pounds. I started the week at 285.2 pounds. And so that's my starting weight loss weight. My goal for the year is to lose 50 pounds. So that would take me from 285 down to 235. And so that's the big weight loss goal. Of course, there's a lot more to our health and fitness than just our weight. And so I have other numbers I'm looking at. In 2024, I ran 406 miles, which was down from previous years. At my peak, I was running over 1,000 miles a year. I don't think that's doable for me anymore due to some a foot condition I have, as well as just available time. But I certainly can do better than 406 miles, and so I have some goals around that. I was active 99 total days last year. Those were my workouts, so about 2 a week. That's not very great, but it's, you know, for someone that's 285 pounds, you might not expect that many workouts. If I increase that by 50% and do 150 this next year, or 3 a week, I think it's going to make a big difference. Towards the end of the year, there was hardly any exercise just as it was really busy. It was the holidays and things like that. Last year, I ran a 5K in 32 minutes and 42 seconds. So really slow. That's over an 11-minute mile, or right around an 11-minute mile. And I did a 10K in an hour and 18 minutes, which is even much slower. I very rarely ran over 5 miles. Most of my workouts were between 2 and 4 miles, so I want to increase that this year. My starting numbers this year are, my weight again is what started at 285.2. That's a BMI, at least according to my scale app. That's 38.6. Body fat percentage of 40.7. So I've got a lot of work to do on body fat. 42.9% body water, so that could improve. And then metabolic age is 53. Now I'm 46, so that means like I can gain 7 years of my life back if I get into good health. And so that's a good motivator for me to work hard over this next year. On my running app, it shows a fitness score of 68.7. I don't know what that means, but I want to improve it. It shows a potential marathon time of 4 hours and 37 minutes. I'd be thrilled with that. I'm not planning on running a marathon this year, but I am going to run a half marathon with my daughter in November, and the goal is under 2 hours for that. So I'll be working towards that, and I'll be sharing some of my times as they get faster throughout the year. Now let me show you kind of what I've put together for my health spreadsheet this year. It might be a little bit useful. So you see this first little bit, this is my first week. Only 4 days because we started on Wednesday, and my starting weight was 285.4. I got down to 281 today, so 4 pounds lost this first week. Part of that is because my first weigh-in was in the evening, and my one today was mid-morning, and I lose about 2 pounds when I sleep, so this isn't a perfect representation of my weight loss, but I did lose a couple pounds in 4 days, which is awesome. Of course, a lot of that's just getting back into shape, getting rid of the holiday extra weight and the bloating and stuff. My goal for this next week is to go from 281 to 278. So I have a goal to lose 3 pounds in week 2. I only went running twice this week, on Wednesday and again on today, for a total of 9 miles. Next week my goal is 10 miles. And that was just 2 hours of cardio. I'm not setting goals for how much cardio or my pace yet. I did do one gym workout this week. It was today. And the way I show that here in my notes is I just say 3 sets, bench was 120, curls was 20 pounds. So I have to make that kind of in code for me. I don't want it to take too much space. Now this last set, I've never done this before, but I think this is really cool. I'm going to give myself a daily and a weekly score. And this is what I decided based on my previous experience matters the most for weight loss and overall fitness and health. So actually this first category is maybe the least important to me, but I do intermittent fasting and I found that that has helped with weight loss. And it's something that my body responds really well to not eating until like 11 o'clock in the day. So I tried that twice this week, so I got a score of 2, and my goal for next week is just to do that 3 days. The O meals, that means only meals, or I should just say no snacks, but that for me is a huge one. If I don't snack, if I'm only eating during mealtime, even if my meal is really large, and we'll talk in the next video about counting calories and measuring different things, but I found that that helps me a lot. And so this week I did pretty good on that, getting back on track. So 3 of the 4 days I didn't have snacks. I did have snacks on Friday. No sugar, and this is a hard one. It's no added sugar. Sugar is in so many things, and there's so much refined sugar throughout the world. For me, the goal is not to have desserts, not to have those kinds of sweets, or to find a low sugar or a substitute for desserts if it's part of the meal. But also, as part of the meal, there are things like yogurt that is high in sugar. And so for me, the threshold is if I'm looking at the ingredients and I can see that it's less than 7 grams of sugar for the whole meal, for me, I'm feeling okay with that. Otherwise, sugar leads to cravings. And that's, for me, this might be the most important category, is going off sugar. Then exercise helps me. It's not as important as diet. So there's 3 for diet and 2 for fitness. I think both cardio and gym workouts are important. So they're both worth a point. This week I did 2 cardio workouts and 1 gym workout. And my goal for next week is 3 cardio and 2 gym workouts. So I feel pretty good about what I did this week. So I'll keep a similar rate for next week. Then the last category here is sleep. And my watch tracks my sleep. I don't know how effective that is or how accurate it is, but it does give me a score after each night, and it says like bad or fair or good or great. I've never gotten great, but I do occasionally get goods, and a good will give me a check mark. And you see that I don't have many check marks, only 1 in my first 4 days. That's something I'm working on. I'm trying to improve my sleep, and one of my big goals for this year, 2025, is to learn more about how I can improve my sleep, because I have some major sleep issues, despite trying a lot of different things to improve my sleep. So I'm going to keep working on that. So you see my daily goals, I could get up to 6 points. If you get a 0 or a 1, it's going to be, well, a 0 is red, a 1 is orange, a 2 is yellow, and 2 means you're kind of just maintaining, and so 2 is not bad. 2 means that you're doing enough that you're probably not going to be gaining weight, and so then a 3 would be a light green, 4 a darker green, 5 a darker green, and a 6 a darker green. And so I have those, anything from 3 on up I think will help me to lose weight. And so this week I only had 2 days in the green, but no oranges or reds. And so I would expect, based on my score, to have lost weight this week, and I did. We'll see if this works over long term. I think this is a really cool setup. If you're interested, I could probably make this template available to you if you wanted to do something similar. Happy that I got those scores. Now, after week 2, when I have a full 7 days, we'll see what a normal score is for 7 days. I'm expecting, at 3 each day, if I could do that, I'd get a score of 21. And so I'm thinking a score of 20 or better is probably pretty good for me. So that's my spreadsheet. That's my goals. I hope that you'll join me on this journey. Every Saturday, I'm going to post my report for the week. It's just this short report that says, this is what I did this week. Here's the results. Here are my goals for next week. And so I'll just show you my spreadsheets. I also plan on doing another video during the week where I focus on one aspect of health and fitness. And so I want to get that out to you as well. I'm working towards doing 2 videos every week this year, so 100 total videos. And I would love for you to subscribe, join me on the journey, hit those comment sections with things that you have questions about or suggestions that you have for me with my weight loss journey. I would love for you to be along for the ride. Welcome to After the Run.